Dilophosaurus betuatrix has a few traits not common in the Dilophosaurus genus. It has a very shrill call and a decorative ridge on the skin of its neck. It is believed these are used to attract mates as well as to intimidate prey and would-be predators. Dilophosaurus betuatrix is a strange creature. It stands at just over half the size of known Dilophosaurus and runs from aggressors as often as it fights them. Instead of attacking its prey outright, Dilophosaurus betuatrix spits venom to weaken and paralyze it before moving in for the kill. Domesticated. Because of their shrill call and their ability to attack intruders from a range, Dilophosaurus seems most suited for a guard dog. Due to their small size, they are not suitable as mounts. Okay everybody, let's go ahead and get started. Right off the bat, this says that the Dilophosaurus is just over half the size of the normal. Now, this right here is a key factor because in truth, a normal Dilophosaurus actually stood, well, I can't say stood, but ranged to about 20 feet long. These creatures were big. I mean, really big. About similar to your Utah Raptor. However, these ones are a bit smaller, and thankfully, the developers were nice enough to actually make that a statement that these are smaller than your normal Dilos. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the good things that were done here. The shape and characteristics of this animal are very nice, and the head crest is perfect. This definitely follows suit with a natural Dilophosaurus. I cannot tell you how impressed I am with that particular idea, though in truth the frills, well, we're gonna have to get to that in just a moment. We gotta talk about a couple things that are completely wrong with this, and this is something that you guys may or may not agree with. According to scientific study, we cannot prove several things that are found in both Ark and Jurassic Park. One of which is the frills. The kicker here is that is soft tissue. So therefore, since this would be made of very light cartilage and skin, there's no way for us to be able to know if that was even possible or not. However, to have it coming from the crest and possibly as decoration, possibly. But we're gonna have to put artistic license on this. The other one is the spit, and more importantly, the venom. To be completely honest, due to the age in which these guys are found, these guys sadly do not have the capacity for venom. In fact, there was only one species that was speculated to have developed venom in both an offensive or defensive form, but this was later disproven. However, once again, we can give artistic license to spitting. There are several creatures in the world that spit, including camels, llamas, certain kinds of fish, and of course, cobra. Though in truth, cobra don't actually spit, they actually have a specialized pressurization around their glands that cause an ejection of venom from the fangs. So, kind of like a squeezy bottle from fangs. On that note, the Dilophosaurus is very aggressive. It is one of the few creatures you can find on the island that will outright attack humans, but generally won't attack most other things. These are pack animals, and ironically come from a similar genus as the Utah Raptor. The kicker is these guys developed in two different areas, meaning that their evolution took a change in different directions. Whereas one turned into the Utah Raptor that we know and love, you've got the Dilophosaurus, which obviously became more of a low-key predator, but still a predator nevertheless. Both hunted in packs, both were very intelligent, but the Dilophosaurus got the short end of the stick and chose for a more showy display instead of a more aggressive outlook. You know, pros and cons, right? On that note, there's a lot to compare these two to, and the big thing that definitely is a big changer here is the lack of feathers. The Dilophosaurus, unlike say the raptor or T-Rex, as far as we understand, was a big lizard. Now this is not to say that it couldn't have evolved similar to the raptor over time, but it didn't, and therefore it is to be considered a different creature that just went completely off in a different direction beyond a specific breed. And when I say beyond a specific breed, I mean you gotta go way back to find the common ancestry. On that note, the Dilophosaurus makes for a great pet, a wonderful guard dog, and despite the fact that the spitting and all that is technically artistic licensing and cannot be proven nor disproven, it does not change the fact that these guys are still very fun to play with. Now, taming. The easiest way to tame it is to knock it out and generously give it a good portion of raw meat or prime meat. Prime meat for almost all predators, will allow them to befriend you quicker. This will cut down time and increase taming efficiency, or at least reduce the drop of taming efficiency, meaning this can be tamed rather quickly and very easily using prime meat. Even without prime meat, you will find the Dillo to be easily tamed with just raw meat in a matter of minutes. These pets are worth having and should be notably used in small groups rather than just one or two. Using them in small groups, their arsenal becomes tremendously more powerful. One or two will act as a good guard dog to deter smaller predators and possibly keep other players away who aren't experienced enough to know how to deal with them. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, I hope you'll like, favorite, and subscribe. I hope this was very informational for you, and I hope that you come back again. If you enjoyed this, let us know down in the comments. If you did not, let us know down in the comments and let us know what we did wrong. We'd love to learn more and get better at what we do. From here on out, stay safe, stay well, be careful, and just remember, not all creatures have to be exact to their original. Sometimes a little artistic licensing can go a long way, especially in the case of the Dilophosaurus. Squeezy bottle.